Okay, so welcome back to Goomanese Coins and Banknotes, and I don't have a microphone today. But today we are talking about how you can assess the actual silver content of your coin that is pretty well circulated. So a lot of coins do have a high circulation, and we're just talking about silver coins here. So we've got a few here. We've got the United States 1904 quarter dollar. We have a United Kingdom half crown, so 1902. So these are high silver content. So I think the EC is 90%, 92.5%. And here we have a German 1 mark from 1976. And based on the eagle, this is also pretty well circulated. Now you can do this with other coins. So we've got some Italian 500 lira. These ones don't show as much circulation, but I reckon we'll throw those in because I've got 3 of them. And I've got 2, where's the other German? Okay, I've got 2 of the actual 1 mark coins. So I reckon we'll focus mostly on the German and the actual Italian coins because I've got more than one. But, you know, you can do it with a lot of silver coins. So here I've got 50% silver. There's quite a few dates, but all of these should be pretty similar. And the weights that you're going to get in catalogs are for uncirculated coins. They're not circulated because, as you see, when a coin does circulate, or these silver did circulate, they have lost a lot of the actual metal on the coin. And yes, that is actually being worn. Now, does it happen with current coins? Yes, it does. Here's another. Is this a half crown? Don't know. No, it's a florin. Okay, just compare the size. This is probably a Gothic florin. That's pretty well circulated. So that's lost a lot of silver. And it compares differently to, you know, the current coins. So these are just silver, copper and nickel coins, not silver. And these ones, it doesn't matter if it loses silver. I mean, if it loses any metal, because it's still going to be worth 50 cents. And here's one from 1974. It's well circulated. Anyway, so yeah, whatever. Mama, cat's driving me crazy. There she is. Hello, Rippin. Yes, her name is Rippin because Rippin and other animals apart. But anyway, so first of all, what you need is a scale, and this one is not the best of scales, but it's just one that I purchased because I needed it. And yeah, all the Nepalese coins. I'm going to make Nepalese coin videos. So what you need to do is you need to see if these are actually calibrated. So you can actually get a bunch of, okay, can you see the actual, you can get a bunch of weights that are pretty expensive that are actually calibrated by the what's the International Union of Weights or whatever. Or you can just use, what I like to do is I like to get coins. So these have to be pretty uncirculated coins. And in Australia, what I like to use is just average circulating coins, are actually in high grade. So 82. So these ones will not have lost too much of their actual weight. Probably not even 1 gram. Okay, so the actual weight of, I need to get rid of that. Okay, so the weight of a 20-cent coin is 11.31 grams. So, is that even on? Yeah, no, that's okay. Let's see if we can. This camera. Okay, so yeah, you can see it there. So basically, we got 11.3 grams. So we don't have the 1. So it seems to be good. Another 2,000. Yeah, 11.3. Another one, 2,000, 11.3. And just remember, there's a weight difference or a tolerance that these coins do have. I believe it might be about half a gram for a 20-cent coin. So 11.3. This one, 1980, 11.3. And these two, 2012. So it looks like the actual scales is pretty accurate, 11.3 grams. So that's how I like to actually calibrate it. So I reckon this is actually pretty good. So the first coin we're going to look at is, no, we'll do that one later because that one's pretty well worn. Okay, we do the German 1 mark. So this is the specifications of a 1 mark. It's 5.556 grams, 90% silver. If you go down below, you can see, we're not worried about mintages. You can see that it's 5 grams they're looking for a silver, and it's $16.40 at silver at $3.28 per gram. Okay, so what we're looking for is the actual coin is full weight, but these are worn, so they're probably not going to be. So it should be 5.5. Oh, this scale's not even on. Okay, these should be 5.556 or 5.5. Okay, and this one is 5.3. So if it's 5.556, it should be 5.6. Okay, and this one is 5.4. So I really lost some metal in those ones. So 5.4 and 5.3. So if it's 5.3, obviously it's rounded up. So we have 5.3 divided by 5.6 equals, so we've got about 95% of the actual coin still there. So we've got 95%, and if you want a silver value of the actual coin itself, so we've got 94, so we times by 5. So instead of having 5 grams of silver, we only got 4.73. We times that by the actual silver value, 3.28. We have $15.52. And if we minus 16.4, okay, we've lost 87 cents. So that's basically a reduction in the silver content. So when you're actually selling and buying these, that's what you need to take into account. So that these coins have lost some of their silver value because of their circulation. Okay. So the next coin we have is the Italian 500 lira, issued from 1958 to 2001, although the last mintage was for circulation was pretty much 1967. Okay, it's 11 grams. I'm not worried about dimensions. It's 83.5% silver. So if you go down below, we have 30 grams of silver. $30 of silver, should I say. Bullion value is, that's the bullion value. The weight is 9.185 grams of silver. And it's based on that $3.28. Okay, so we're checking to see if these coins are still 11 grams. Okay, I don't expect these to have actually lost a lot of weight. Okay, it's 11 grams. 11 grams. This one. 11 grams. So these have not lost any of their metal. You can tell by the actual coin itself. Still has a nice rim. Most of the sails still there with the cross. And on this side, we can see there's lots of fine detail in their hair. So even though they look like they are well circulated, they still have a lot of their actual value. Okay, the next coin we're going to look at is, okay, so this is a coin that we're looking at, and these are the Barber dollar, Barber quarter, should I say? Yeah, and that's because of the actual designer, Sir Charles Barber. Was he a barber though? Okay, so these should be 6.25 grams and 90% silver. So the actual silver content of an uncirculated coin, which has the full weight, is 5.625 grams and it's $18.45. So we're going to see how much weight this coin has lost. So remember 6.25, so 6.3 really. Okay, so here we have the coin and it's only 5.8. So then we got 5.8 divided by 6.3. So basically got 92% of the actual silver or the weight of the coin left. Okay, so then we times it by the silver content, 5.625. I didn't round that up. So we've got 5.178 grams of silver, and we times it by the silver weight times by the price, 3.28. So basically it's $17 of silver. That's Australian. So really we lost nearly $1.50 in silver for the actual price. So basically when you're looking to buy coins of this price, it's a good idea if you get them to actually put weight of the coin on it, or just ask them. Most people won't do it because it's just not worth it, especially this one's $20, you know. The minimum wage in Australia is 25, so what's the point of doing that? For higher value coins, yeah, probably better off doing it. So we're talking about stuff like, you know, a crown, or even this one here. So this one is a new Hervalis 100 franc, pretty much uncirculated, but if it's in worse condition than this, you're probably better off getting a weight. So these ones, I think about $70 in silver, with an average sale price of about between $70 and $100. But really on eBay you need to put 15% on the actual sale price. So I hope this helps you with your actual coin collecting and determining how much silver is actually in a worn coin. So these are probably pretty much just bullion coins, unless it's an error or a very low mint. These pretty much sell for probably close to actual bullion value. Anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.